Welcome. Here we are in the late hours of the Singapore night to witness the final round of the GPVWC 2010 Super League season. Both titles have already been decided in favour of Tanskanen and Norge, so round 19 will be a pure race for victory between the 15 drivers who line up on the grid. Ex-champion Concilio takes pole position ahead of a surprising Lily Corpy, who pushes the Woods cars back to row 2. So here we go for the final time this season. Lights out and a good start for the leaders. Wicks drops back 2 places as Miller blasts his way up the field. By turn 3 though, things get hairy. Miller is tagged into a spin. Concilio is also clipped by Lily Corpy, and this gives Ryan a perfect chance to push for the lead as he edges out the fin on the run to turn 6. Behind them, Wicks also passes Mark Stanton. At turn 13, Concilio outbrakes and passes Lily Corpy for second. The CSG has some technical problems and drops down the field. With the first of 61 laps completed, Ryan leads for Woods. Concilio is second, with Wicks, Stanton, Muscat and Panisi rounding out the top 6. When Miller tags the Red Archer, Lily Corpy pounces on him, before also taking Evangelidakis. Miller then has issues passing the Red Archers, when Nemeth rejoins the track right into the pair of them. An early mistake for Stanton costs him a wing, and a close train forms behind his injured car. Lily Corpy is the man on the move, working his way past a trio of drivers. Miller arrives to the action later and pushes Junt aside. Concilio has closed down Ryan up front, but he can't get close enough to the Woods for a look at passing, and subsequently spends the opening stint staring at the back of Ryan's car. Lily Corpy squeezes his way past Fuller for 6th, and then Panisi for 5th. Miller's race lasts 7 laps before a tangle sees him in the wall. Concilio hasn't been able to pass Ryan, so in order to try and get some clear air to make up time, he pits on lap 14. But his plan is ruined by a mistake entering the pit lane, and Ryan can now pit and emerge still ahead of the Norge. With Concilio's time loss, Wicks looks to capitalise. He hops into the lead after Ryan pits, but he also makes an error in the pit lane which costs him dearly. He's now so far back in 3rd that his race consists solely of counting down the laps to the end and a podium position for 3rd place. Likewise behind him, Muscat also has a quiet and lonely run to the end in 4th of the Yellowbirds. Despite having to deal with back markers, by mid-race half of Ryan's lead has been eaten by Concilio, and he pits with a 4-second lead. The Norwegian follows him in, and they hold positions. On lap 30, the 2 constants seem as though they're about to start a fight over 7th. Panisi is ahead of Stanton, and when Panisi appears to take the final turn tighter, Stanton follows him, unaware that Panisi is in fact heading for the pits, and so when he brakes, Stanton can't avoid crashing into his teammate. The misunderstanding wipes out both constants. Within 5 laps of having both pitted, Concilio is right back with Ryan now, ensuring the Woods must once again try and resist the pressure of the ex-champ. Which he manages to do so. Concilio can't seem to find any chance of getting past Ryan. Evangelidakis proves once again he can land his car upside down at any place of a racetrack and still come away relatively unscathed, on his way to scoring his first and only point of the season at Singapore. Back at the front, this time Ryan pits first and Concilio stays out to try and leapfrog the woods, but a good outlap by Ryan prevents it, and he manages to hold on to the lead after the final stops on lap 47. Concilio though is quickly up to speed and back on Ryan's tail as they enter the final 10 laps. He has a stab at passing, but the woods is made wide in Ryan's hands. But with 8 laps to go, Ryan's hard work is undone. Off camera, something happens to the woods. He is spun, punctured and demoted to second. Concilio now leads. Remaining drama is supplied by Junt and Nemeth, when the Oz Racing tries a new approach to lapping. Now cruising home to victory comes Concilio. The 2009 champion has had to wait until the final round of 2010 to win a race. And so, the season is rounded out in style with typical drama proving once again that GPVWC is the place to be.